We got a puppy in the back there. She's trying to steal our show, so don't let her do that.
She already has.
Yeah.
Okay, moving.
So welcome everybody. Good morning. I'm glad you guys are here.
Good morning. Good morning.
Appreciate everybody being here. So let's jump right into this. So we got our guest here, Ray with Zippy Shell, but we're going to get started with some other stuff first. Get our things rolling. Feels like it's been like a couple of weeks since we've done this. All right, the numbers. 452 homes sold in the last 7 days. What was it, 327 or something a couple of weeks ago. So hey, things are moving up, looking better. Sorry about that. ER and EA homes. By the way, what is the difference between an EA and ER? Why is there two?
One's in-house and one's everybody. One is exclusive.
Okay, one's exclusive. What does that mean? Exclusive right and exclusive, come on, Bill.
Agency.
Agency, there you go. So what's the difference?
You can't have multiple realtors representing the same listing.
Good. No?
The,
Good answer though.
The EA, if the owner sells it, he can sell it and he don't have to pay you.
That's it. You don't get paid. That's the difference. So EA, if the owner finds a buyer, you're not getting paid. ER, you're getting paid no matter who represents it on that. So I'll keep that on. We do have that every now and again. The craziest thing about it, guys, is I was on LVR forums the other day and I was looking for the BBRA. I couldn't find it on there. I was like, where in the hell is the new BBRA? They got all the forms from back 2011. It's like, take these things off already, right? Because it's confusing for a lot of people. So make sure you look when you're doing that. You go to the bottom and look for the most current, updated form. And you'll see some that are still back in 19. So, let me look here. Withdrawal last 28 days, 228. Back on the market, 179. Homes from 100,000, that's up about 100 homes right there, 100,000 to 400,000. The market is still moving, you guys. Look at the vacancy rates come down. That was at 50% a week ago. So it's still doing its thing. Distressed listing, that's up by about, I think it's about 8 homes over a couple weeks ago. Look at the last week's numbers. We're still down 9% in total overall sales. Last year at this time we were at 3,800. This year we're at 3,400. I think it's imperative that we really make sure we understand the numbers and we're paying attention to them. Homes from 400,000, 800,000 is 3,500. But look at the price reductions. So, does anybody have a listing right now? Nobody has a listing?
Sold.
You sold it? Good. How long was it on the market?
It was October, November, December.
Okay.
3 months.
3
And
months.
it sold in January.
Yeah, the listings are sitting on the market a little bit longer. 41 days, it was 45, so it's come down a little bit, but I'm seeing, especially in the homes over 800,000, that they're sitting on the market a little bit longer than previous. Sometimes, for a lot of you guys don't know who haven't been in real estate in a long time, some of us have, it used to take 6 months to sell a house back in the day. It was not unusual to have a listing for 6 months to get. That's why we always took a 1-year listing, because it took so long to sell, not 6 months, 6 months or more. So make sure you're paying attention to the numbers. I think it's important. There's where the numbers are at, where the homes are located. But the biggest one for me as a listing agent was always homes that have been withdrawn in the last 7 days. Okay, Jerry?
A quick question, like when you said that 6 months, at that time I would assume it was a buyer's market?
No, it wasn't a buyer's market. That's just what it took. Yeah, a lot of you new agents, you guys are in a different realm than we used to live in back in the day. Gary remembers that. It used to sometimes take 8 months to sell a home.
Oh, yeah.
In a seller's market?
Yeah, out in the seller's market. Absolutely. The buyer's market didn't really start coming into phase, I think, somewhere around 2008 or 9, after everything went to the dumper. And if anybody's been in a buyer's market, I know Gary has, how you might have been, it sucks if you're a listing agent and a seller, okay? Because they're giving the car in the driveway, they're putting the buyer's kids through college, they're giving the car, putting a pool in the backyard. I mean, they're going through the whole deal to get the home sold. But look at the available service. That has actually come down at 3.6. It was almost 3.86 or something a week ago. So it's important that we're really watching the numbers, you guys, because this is where you're going to, as the people know, your clients know that you know what's going on in the business. I went to a C class yesterday. Does everybody know Steve Kitnick?
Yeah.
Steve, I went to Steve Kitnick's class
I
yesterday.
like him, he's funny.
It was a lot of fun. I will tell you, you guys, our business, I am gonna go there. I'm not even gonna go there.
Good idea.
I'm not even gonna go there. Very, very troubling. Okay, very troubling. This is just a cleaner way of doing it. Lisa, come on up and say hi to everybody.
Yeah, but the inventory is huge.
Yeah,
That's the big thing.
yeah,
And we got to pay attention to inventory.
absolutely. But you know what's funny though, it's still it's 72, 75, 72, 75. I mean, it's been right there. Please, sorry, Lisa.
No, you're fine. Hi
Yes.
guys, good morning. I'm giving you our new brochure. So take a look at it. If you need the PDFs of the marketing materials and you didn't receive the email that I sent last week, shoot me a text with your email. I'll send that out to you. What we did for both buyer and seller is we've now included water softener, septic, well, jetted bathtub. So those are now included for all the policies. They're not options, they're not upgrades, and that's both on the listing side and on the buyer side. So that's really important to know. Jeff was talking about listings. If you guys are out there taking listings, don't forget to add that free listing coverage for your sellers. We are seeing homes sit on the market a little bit longer. The coverage is good for 6 months. If you have that listing longer than 6 months, God forbid you do, let me know and we will relist it for another 6 months.
Oh, I thought you said you were gonna buy it if it was
No,
over
no,
6
no,
months.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay.
but no, thank you for that though. So yes, to keep that in mind. If you guys aren't sure how to present to the seller the listing coverage, I know it used to be popular years and years ago, and people kind of got, thrown off by it. They quit offering it back, during COVID. Look, nobody had to offer a home warranty. They didn't have to do a home inspection. They could waive the appraisal. So everybody got away from some of those things. I'm starting to see some of that come back. When you are creating your net sheet and you're putting a line item on there for HOA demand, HOA resale package, closing costs, commissions, stick a line item on there for home warranty. And when you get to that part when you're going over with the seller during that listing presentation, let them know that more than likely they're going to receive an offer from a buyer asking for them to pay for a 1-year home warranty at the close of escrow. And by listing with you, you're going to include a warranty on their home during that listing and escrow period. It is our core coverage, covers up to $1,000 in claims, but that's $1,000 potentially that they don't have to come out of pocket. When you get that request for repairs, send a copy of it over to me, I'll take a look at it. I know we're still a little ways off. I'm feeling like I'm getting spring fever here with this warm weather here. But in the summertime, we do see a lot of, it's 100 degrees, it's 105, 110, 115. And the home inspector is testing that air conditioning unit and the differentials are off because there's no air conditioning unit that runs properly when it's that warm. They're gonna recommend that you have an HVAC person come out and check that. You can use the warranty to do that. So maybe if it's got a bad capacitor, maybe if it's got a small refrigerant leak, maybe we need to refill it with Freon or refrigerant, you can use the warranty to do that. And again, saving the seller some additional funds that they don't want to put into that house that they have for sale. So if you guys have any questions, let me know. Yes?
Any deductible on the 1,000?
It's $150 on the seller side, and the reason it's so high is because nobody's paid for the warranty yet. So that's what it is.
Okay.
Yes?
Lisa, how come, I see here, it looks like every plan you have is covering the same thing.
Every plan does cover the same item. What changes is the dollar amount we're going to cover on each system and appliance per year.
Okay, so you're gonna give me more money for the Prime, more for the Prime Plus?
Correct. Correct. Any other
Good.
questions?
Any other questions?
Awesome. I'm
Very good.
sticking these downstairs now. The full-size brochures with all the terms and conditions and everything will be here this week. So I'll have those to the office as well. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Lisa, one more thing. So I see here, you can, get the person of your choice to do the work.
Yes, so we do, that is the benefit, that's one thing that does set us apart from the traditional home warranty company. We allow you to use your own contractors. So if you've got a handyman that you use and your water heater goes, and he's a licensed handyman, he can come out, he can do that. The better part of it is the traditional home warranty company, they negotiate rates with their contractors. They're actually the home warranty contractors. They pay them pennies on the dollar because they feel like they give them volumes of work so they can pay them less. We actually pay them their retail rate, and we pay them the same day that they do the work. So they actually want to go out, they want to make the repair, they want to make it right the first time, not just Band-Aid it so they can move on to the next job.
So license and bonded for one, and then you pay them the deductible also?
you pay the homeowner pays the deductible at the time of service, so they don't have to pay for it online upfront and wait 2 or 3 days for a contractor to get hold of them. They make the appointment with the contractor. Once that repair's been made, then they pay that contractor.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Do you, if I wanted to use my own contractor, do you have to approve it first?
We have to approve the estimate to repair. We need the diagnosis and the estimate to repair from the contractor, but we don't approve the contractor.
And then I pay them and then you reimburse me?
We will pay them directly.
Okay, cool.
So when the contractor comes out there, he finds out what it is, what's he do, call you?
He calls the 1-800 number, and the nice thing about that is if you guys have ever called any home warranty company, you know you'll sit there forever waiting for somebody to answer the phone. We answer the phone in less than 20 seconds, and I'm not joking. If you guys want to test it, call the 1-800 number. When they answer, just say, hey, I didn't believe her. I thought she was lying. And I've had people do that. But we actually answer the phone within 20 seconds. We'll talk to the contractor, get the diagnosis, get the estimate, and 99% of the time we can actually give authorization for them to make that repair while they're there. So there's no having to go get the part, having to order the part, having the home warranty have to order the part and everything. If they've got the part on the truck, they can make the repair right then and there.
That's good.
That's what you got.
Yes.
How long have you been in business?
We've been in business 5 years.
Cool.
I started with home warranty 18 years ago here in Las Vegas. I just came back after 8 years, 2 years ago with a Choza.
Chosen, I've been calling it Cosa.
A Choza. A Choza.
I chose a.
That's right.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
All right, good job, guys, good job. So, I got a question for you. I'm a listing agent, a buyer sends over a purchase agreement, they're waiving the inspection and the appraisal. And now, they decide they want to do an inspection and appraisal, can they?
Are they within their 10 days?
Yeah, they just got, within the 10 days. Yep, so they can do
They
it,
can do it,
Right.
it's just not a contingency.
right, just not a contingency, right? So, our job as business professionals is take the emotion side out of it, right? I had an agent yesterday, actually, I've hired her when I was at a couple different firms and brought her along. Absolutely losing it yesterday. Absolutely losing it. So, when she's losing it, what do you think her client's doing? Losing it with her. I said, what is the problem? Just have them go do what's the issue? I mean, now, and I know this, it's a weird way to say it, but it almost feels like you're hiding something, because now you don't want to allow them to do an appraisal or an inspection, right? So, it's a fine line, but, I couldn't calm her down. Finally, I'm like, hey, I gotta get see the class, I gotta go, I can't keep doing this. But she was losing it. And she said, I'm getting out of the business.
Because
I've
they
had
wanted
enough.
to do,
An
because they waived
appraisal,
stuff.
they waived the appraisal and inspection, and now they want to do it.
And she was the listing agent.
And she's the listing agent. And she says, how does my seller get out of the deal? Well, you get out of the deal, but you might be sued for non-performance, right? Or you'll have them back out on their own, or something to that effect. But my point to all of it, guys, I'm literally doing this.
Yeah.
My hair is blowing over here, and she was freaking out. And I'm just like, get a paper bag, take a deep breath, slow down. Girl, you're freaking out over nothing, man. Gary.
Why would you ever sell a house without a phone?
Yeah. I would never.
I've never.
I would never.
I've always, one of the first things I said, and tell them is, here's what could happen, here's what this is gonna cost us. I paid for half of them, a lot, but pay for a lot myself. But that's just gets the shit off of us, guys.
Well, you guys, at the end of the day, it's really, in my opinion, one of the best risk reductions you can do.
That's what I did.
Right? And that's what all business is about. And any listener I ever had, it's mandatory that they get a home warranty, period. Just because what happens? The buyer moves in, 3 weeks later, a month later, the refrigerator goes out, whatever. And they know, well, that seller knew this was bad, they lied, and now I'm gonna sue them, and it goes down a whole rocky road. So it's the best thing to do.
I always tell the buyer, if I'm talking to the buyer or the agent, I'm like, the new buyers aren't going to live in that house the same way the old sellers did. Maybe it was an older couple that, maybe, didn't run the hot water as much, run the dishwasher as much. And then you've got a family with 5 kids moving in, they're running that dishwasher 3 times a day, that washing machine 3 times a day. And they're gonna live in it so much different. So at least that first year, have that peace of mind, because you don't know
how you,
Yeah.
you know, how things were run before.
Lisa, that's a great point, and I think that we really need to make sure that we're letting the rep talk to the client.
Yes.
Don't be the source, let them talk to them. Hey, if you have any questions, call Lisa, here's her number, and let them have that, let her explain to it, instead of us trying to say, everything's covered, don't worry, you'll never have an expense at all anymore.
Please
Okay.
don't say
Can
that.
I ask Lisa one more?
Please, absolutely.
So, there are times when I have buyers that sometimes, even in this market, they're competing against other offers, so they're like, we're not gonna ask for this, and we don't want it, we don't even wanna buy it ourselves, and I'm like, well, it's more expensive after market, correct?
Ours is not.
Okay, cool.
So they, within 30 days, if they want to buy it, they can enroll at the exact same price. So they just have to go through me. They
That's
just,
right, I think it was
so I can
30
make
days.
sure that they get that real estate pricing.
I think it was 30 days, right? Is that what you
But
said, 30
what-
days?
Okay, but it was after 30 days.
They can still get that same price, but then there's a 30-day wait period.
Okay, okay. Well, that's good to know, 'cause that's
Usually something's wrong, that's one thing they want.
Right. Don't live with the air conditioner off for 30 days, and I think you're gonna be covered.
Just don't use any water for 2
Right,
months.
right. Heather, Tim, come on, you guys. Tim is gonna be teaching the class right after, so you can talk about that.
Yeah, can you,
Gonna do what?
can you fast forward? I'm not sure if the girls ended up putting one of my slides in here.
I don't know if they did or not. There's Brian.
Oh.
Is this it? No, that's not it.
Or we'll just leave it
Okay,
off,
yeah.
and if it comes up later.
Okay, yeah, I don't think it did that.
All right, I had a slide for you. We'll talk about it next week.
Is that the
Is
slide?
this
Is it
it?
this one?
Oh, it's in there, yes.
Oh,
there
they
you
put it
go.
in the deal, okay.
Okay, so we have a form in here, it's called Who is Your Seller? A lot of times people have somebody that wants to buy in an LLC, or they're in a trust, or it's going through probate, and they don't know what paperwork to get together for us. There's a little cheat sheet, what we need in order to get that through. If you guys want this on a PDF, so you can email it to your clients, send me an email. My email is down at the bottom there, so heather.mirage@rocktitle.com, and I'll send you one of these on a PDF. It's great to have. I just did a CE class on probate, a lot of really good information, a lot of stuff to know. I'm going to be doing another one at the end of March. I'll keep you guys posted on that if you guys want to sign up. But, I mean, that stuff happens a lot, and it's just good to know the forms up front. And now I'll pass you over to Tim. Thank you.
And have a great, she's doing a
Yeah,
great
she's
job.
awesome, good job.
Make sure you reach out to her with any questions.
Yes.
I'm also
Anything
with
you need.
Rock Title, and I need help. I do.
Okay.
Help me help you. That's what this is for. Take a picture of this. You don't have to do it right now, but scan this with your camera. And it's gonna take you to my Google form. It will take you like 2 minutes to answer some questions. I wanna find out what's important to you, what you want to learn, what you're curious about. I can stand up here and talk about ice cubes, but if you wanna hear about ice cubes, then I'm just spinning wheels, right? So I wanna know what's important to you. So take a couple minutes out, answer the questions. It goes really quick. There's also some input whether you like, or questions like, would you rather a Zoom presentation versus in person? So on and so forth. I'd love that data, and I'd love to be able to find out what you're interested in. So it can help Heather and myself as well. Okay? Ready to get uncomfortable?
Uh-oh.
I know we haven't, for some of you, just meeting you for the first time, but I'm going to respectfully ask that you stand up.
All of us?
Yes,
I'm already standing.
and I appreciate it. All right, give yourself a round of applause. Come on.
Do it again, dude, we're gonna come on
You're
now.
applauding because you're here. Yes. You're here, you're investing your time in your business, you're supporting Jeff and the branch.
Absolutely.
Thank you for being here today. Please keep standing.
Yeah, exactly.
Keep standing for me. Turn around and look this way. I don't know why they set this room out this way. Jeff, how many realtors do we have here in Vegas? Roughly 16,000?
Just about, yeah, yeah.
Okay. I think there's 11 or 12 in the room right here. 12-ish. How do you stand out?
Work harder.
Okay. What does that look like? To everybody, it looks different, right? different to you, looks different to Patrick, so on and so forth. On top of that, Google does 8.6 billion searches every day. That's a big number. 99,000 every second, according to ChatGPT. And 43% is local intent. People are looking locally for services. This is how you're going to stand out. This is one way to stand out. Thanks. All right. So Google Business Profile. 8.6 billion searches every day. We need to get this up and running for you. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Realtor.com. All of these need to be optimized with keywords so people can find you online. That's how you're going to stand out. March 11th, I believe I have a class coming up, and it's optimizing, stepping through each one of these platforms to help you optimize and get you up and running here. Today, sorry, let me go this way.
There you go,
Today I'm doing a master class. So if you have a Google My Business Profile page, keep standing. For those of you that don't, kindly sit down.
I had one, but it's completely messed up because Google will not cooperate.
I hear that.
I mean, serious. It's
So
completely-
we have, okay, so for those of you that are standing, are you posting to it daily, weekly? Are you posting to it at all? Yeah. Do you have questions and answers and products on your Google My Business Profile page? That's what my class is about, is digging in deeper, master class, showing you how you can put products on here, again, for the web crawlers and the search engines to find information about you so you rise to the top when people are searching for local services. Okay. Hang out with me for 25 minutes, 30 minutes after today's class, if you can, and we'll work together to work on some things. Cool?
Very good.
Thanks.
Good job, Tim. Thank you. And if you haven't been to one of Tim's classes, he makes it an easy process to do. The only thing, I was looking at your bottom, I don't see MySpace on there.
Wow.
I wonder why nobody's responding on my MySpace account. It's weird.
Do you have an AOL account too?
I do have an AOL.
I have an MSN.
I will tell you this, and it's funny, a lot of people go, AOL still? I go, yeah, guess what? It's never been hacked.
Neither is my MSN.
Gmail? 30, 40 times. Yeah. Yep. All right. Ryan, come on up, my man. He's getting ready to go to the beach, it appears. You boating today? Warm weather? What are you doing?
Great weather.
This is what showing houses looks like. All right, so I'll just start with this. Richard, how long have you been in the business?
12 years plus, I guess.
12 years plus, pretty diversified clientele that you worked with over the years.
Yeah.
Did you learn anything last week from the class that John taught for the
Yes.
creative investor?
Really good info.
Say it's worth it for somebody that's been in the business less than 5 years, they'll more than likely learn something, so.
Come and drink.
You know what? There was, even for veteran agents, there's some information that was really
Yeah.
good in there too.
So we cover creative loans, basically to get deals to the finish line that aren't necessarily being used as a tool right now. We cover a 203K loan, which the limits have changed, so we'll go through that. We cover the all-in-one loan. We cover basically creative ways to think even through conventional loans. And then John's gonna basically use his resources and tools to show you how to think throughout the process so that way when you're talking to your clients, you have those tools to present them to your buyers so that, like Jeff said, get them to the rep so that they can have the deeper conversations, the deeper dive, and figure out how to get it to the finish line. Over the last 2 weeks, John and I took a deal from another lender where it was variable income. The lender wasn't qualifying them correctly. They were above DTI, and we were able to get them just below 50 and get them closed last Friday. And that took from app to close 14 days to get them closed. So.
You guys do a lot of outside of the box thinking, that's what I like. So this is gonna be here tomorrow, mimosas, but bring your buyer and your investor, you guys, if you have them, bring them with them, bring them here.
Yeah.
Let them see so they can talk directly to them instead of, again, you trying to be the source. It's good having an understanding, but let these guys talk about what's really
And
going on.
we're just getting started with a lot of these classes, so this is the second or third run, but we've got a full schedule for March, a full schedule for April, And we're working on May's classes as well. So we're gonna be rolling these out every month so that you can start to get informed, have those conversations with your buyers, bring them to those events, and we can do the heavy lifting. And then Ricky also has a CE class, which isn't on here.
Right, he's doing that, is it the divorce class?
It's
Divorce?
FHA versus VA.
Oh, okay. He does a good divorce class, if that's something you're thinking about.
I think he's gonna do that next month.
I said, I know he was telling about it.
Yeah. So that's from 1 to 4 at Green Valley tomorrow.
Cool. All right, man, great. Good job, thank you. Oh, interest rates.
And rates are down. I should end with that.
I was to say, yes, end on a good note.
Yeah,
We're down to where?
6.8.
Oh,
6.8.
okay. Get better.
We're below 7.
Wow, that's getting better. That's his class right, oh, this is the class he was just talking about? Guidelines? This is gonna be, so we are gonna be doing 6 CE classes here in this room. March 18th after the class from 10:30 to 1:30. We'll have lunch. And then on the 28th of March, we're gonna do the other class. We're doing all 6 live, not Zoom, live only. And it's gonna be on the 6 main deals: agency, risk management, contracts, that, please.
On ethics class, I heard now that there's no special class, you just take any ethics
Oh, really?
for the 2-year thing.
Oh, okay. We need a lot of that, but okay. So,
You know how there used to be a special?
yeah, I had that special class, so we're gonna do 2 in March, 2 in April, and 2 in May. So we'll let you know, we haven't got the book for March, April, and May yet, but we'll let you guys know as soon as that. There's a link on here. We will have to get you, I think we had an issue, there was a link was messed up, but if you try to get on there, it's a free class for Realty One agents, so if you get on it and you have an issue, don't pay with your credit card, let us know, we'll send you a link to get that fixed.
It's on our Facebook.
It's on our Facebook, okay, cool. Zelle, has anybody seen this about Zelle? There's some issues, so make sure if you were getting Zelle that this is to take care of, because this just changed. It wasn't Realty One doing it, this is what they're doing, so make sure you get involved with that. So let's do this. Let's go back and let's get, all right, Ray, come on up, give Ray a big hand with Zippy. And I need here too, hang on a sec, where are my glasses? I need one of the chains. Okay, and can you guys see that? There we go. A little bit, all right. I think Ray, you just hit the arrow down there. Should roll. Let's make sure. There we go. Cool. All right, give me a hand again, guys.
So good morning, everyone. My name is Ray. I'm the sales manager for Zippy Shell Moving and Storage. But before I jump into my presentation today, first I'd like to thank Jeff and Mackenzie for putting this together and inviting me out here. Can we get a nice round of applause for them? Second, before I jump in, so I have a message for all of you from Marco Turo from the Southwest office. He wanted me to let you guys know that they are the best Realty One office here.
Yeah.
I told him I was going to get pulverized for that. So
Yes, you are.
Hopefully, you won't shoot the message.
He stole our line. Northwest is best,
Right?
And then he starts throwing Southwest is best.
That's what I
Bullshit.
told him. I was like,
You know
Jeff's the
that.
I
best
agree with
president.
what he said. I agree with what he said.
Get out.
Who are you?
Yes, exactly. Who are you, man?
He's from the Southwest.
Yes. Mackenzie, when you see him on the computer, unplug it.
So if Southwest is best, why are you here today?
For you?
Good question.
Where over there?
Because,
For you. I like it. I like it.
I'll take that.
No,
So-
he's good. He's a good guy. He comes in all the time. So, anyways, sorry.
No worries. So we're a full-service moving company. We're going to jump into the 3 kinds of moves that are the most common with your clients. But simply put, moving sucks. We don't. Our job is to take all the stress off of you and off your clients to make sure that it's a seamless transition. We are a portable delivery storage company that covers all aspects of moving. Whether you have a client that needs to just move from one apartment to another in the same building on the same floor, or if you have a client that needs to go into storage, short-term or long-term, or if you have a client that needs to, sorry, that's me. I apologize. Or if you have a client that needs to move across country, we can handle it all. Whatever your client's needs are, we can take care of. So, without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump in. So this is just a nice overview of everything that we offer. Again, it's portable climate controlled storage. We come to your house, we drop off one of our beautiful containers. Your customer can load it themselves, or we offer professional movers to load it for them. And then when we come back to pick it up, we take it back to our climate controlled warehouse. We just moved offices. We were down in Henderson off of Auto Show in Gibson. We're now off of Cheyenne and North Walnut down there in North Las Vegas. It is again, climate controlled facility. It has 24/7 surveillance, and there's always someone on site.
So they're HOA friendly to put the trailer in front?
Yes, yes.
Now, do you have just a trailer, or do you have the actual unit that sits in the driveway thing?
So ours is just a trailer. If your clients need to load it themselves, we can only leave it there for a maximum of 3 days. That's one of the ways that we're okay with the HOA, is that, again, we don't leave it there for too long. And we have a really good relationship with a lot of the HOAs in Las Vegas. They see us, they're like, oh, it's just them. Again, they just moved the previous person out, they're moving the next person in. The other thing too is that with the HOAs, we are happy to talk to them for you and make sure that it's okay. Again, we want to make this process as painless as possible for you. We understand that moving is literally the #3 cause of stress, right behind loss of a loved one and divorce. It's right there. So the more that we can ease the pain for you and your clients, the more we're happy to do so. As agents for Realty One, we offer you and your clients a 10% discount off of the monthly storage price. You will see a flyer in front of you that has that number on it. You will also see my personal business card on there. Feel free to reach out to me. The number on my business card is my personal cell phone. I'm available day or night. Call, text, whatever you need, I'm always available. Much to the detriment of my wife. She hates when my phone rings. Like at 3 o'clock in the
We're
morning.
realtors, so we know.
Right. So, and then the number on the flyer is our corporate number. We always have someone available in our call center. Whatever your needs, whatever the client's needs, we understand, we're here, we're available to you. Question?
So let's say for that container, that truck that you take and park there, is that like a flat fee for that truck, or?
So when we park them, let me scroll down just, when we park them, this is what this is. We park the actual trailer there. There is a delivery fee to bring it to the client, and then there is a re-delivery fee when we come back out of storage. Yeah. The moving trucks, these big 26-foot box trucks, we can put one of our cages in the back of them. We only do that when we are providing labor for the client, because we do not leave these outside of the customer's homes.
But is it a flat fee for that trailer that you use there? Is it
Yes.
just one flat fee, whatever I can fit in it, or?
Yes, so it's a $149 delivery fee. It is a $209 per container per month storage fee. And then if you would like to add labor, that's a separate fee as well. But yes, it's just those two flat fees.
Okay, gotcha.
Is
How
there
much-
a max, I'm sorry.
No, please, go
Is
ahead.
there, like, you just do short-term storage?
No, we do long-term storage.
Oh, you do?
We literally had a customer that just came out of storage the other day. They were in storage with us for 8 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
so, yeah, right.
Wow.
They're like, we forgot what we even had here. We're like, we did too.
So it's, or short-term, just
Yes.
have whatever term.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, whether you've got somebody that just needs to go into storage for 2 weeks because they're trying to wait for the
Right.
closing of the next property, or if you've got somebody who's like, you know, we want to travel abroad, let's just put our stuff in here, and then when we come back, we'll use an agent.
And it stays in that shell that whole time?
So
long?
what it does is it stays in this metal container right here.
Oh.
We bring the shell back to our warehouse, we pull the container out with a forklift, and then we set it into the warehouse. And you'll notice, I believe I have a better picture of it.
Jay, getting back to that, you
Question.
bring it out there, we fill it up, will you move it from there the next day to our new house and drop it there and we're unloaded?
If that's what the customer's timeline looks like, absolutely. We understand that every move is different, right? And so whatever the customer's needs are, we're happy to accommodate wherever it is that they sit and whatever their timeline looks like. So I just wanted to show you really quick what our containers look like. You can see right here, it's the metal container inside of the shell itself. This is what we pull out. It is a metal mesh design. This square pattern goes all the way the length of the cage, and it allows the furniture to actually breathe, which is really good for leather and other types of material that actually needs to breathe and doesn't need to be just locked away. And again, so it allows the airflow to go throughout the container and it allows it to really breathe as it's stored.
Is there, what type of, how much furniture or whatever can you get in one of those? I mean, is it?
Great question. So we can fit roughly about 1,000 square feet of furniture into each one. Now it depends. as agents, you all understand, and I love to tell customers this all the time, there's 3 sizes of furniture, right? You've got apartment-sized furniture, you've got house-sized furniture, and then you've got mansion-sized furniture. And oftentimes you have someone living in a 2-bedroom apartment that has mansion-sized furniture, and they don't realize just how big it is. But roughly about 1,000 square feet of furniture in boxes, just with that caveat.
So you need 2, then you get 2 or whatever it is.
Yes, yes.
So for example, a 2,000 square foot house, 3 bedroom or 4 bedroom, how many of those would you need?
Great question.
Yeah.
So we offer walkthroughs just to make sure, because when we see it, all of a sudden we can say, okay, our team is very knowledgeable in this, and they can say, because some 2,000 square feet house, depending if they're not taking the couches or the kitchen table or the appliances, they might only need 1. And then on the flip side, I've seen some 1,500 square feet homes that needed 4 because people like, their stuff and they're taking everything with them, including the drywall and the appliances. Yeah, right, yeah. Just load it up. So it just depends, but we're happy to do walkthroughs, and then that way we can, as long as the client's okay, we'll just take some brief pictures and then we can provide them to our crew for the day of, so that way they know exactly where they're walking into. Yeah. Back just a little bit.
That should be, yeah. Click back in that. Yep, right there.
So we are available 365 days a year, with the caveat that for Sundays and for holidays, it is double our normal rates. We will do it. We just need plenty of time, so that way we can get a crew that agrees to work the holiday. But again, 365 days a year, whatever your client needs, we're there and happy to help.
And we have had some other agents use these guys in the past, they've done an amazing job for the client, like you say, versus dropping the pod in front of the house, which a lot of HOAs don't allow, and they got this thing there, and nobody knows where your stuff's in there, so it could be certainly a challenge.
And that's one of the benefits too, is that because this trailer that we drop it at, it's on wheels, a lot of the HOAs, they can't really complain about it, because anytime they need it to be moved, we can send a driver out and, hey, not a problem, we're happy to move it, yeah.
Do you guys have a problem with that?
No, so, great question.
Problem with what?
Theft.
Theft, oh.
So it's hard to see, but these 2 barn-style doors on our container, they can actually lock, and then we can put a lock on the back of the trailer itself. And then when we put the trailer in front of somebody's house, we put a ball lock on it as well as a block in front.
So they can't drive it off.
Right, yeah. Completely secured, completely safe. And there is a ramp, as you can see, for the customers to load it or for us to load it. And this really isn't that high off the ground, it's about 2.5 feet or so.
How much notice do you need? Let's say a seller had somebody lined up and then they, for some reason, they come. So then they need somebody else like as soon as possible. How much notice?
Great question. I recently had a client who was selling a house, they died, and then the property went into probate. Yeah, and then it just turned into this whole mess, and then fortunately the next of kin actually didn't want to sell it, so we just put it back onto the calendar. We need roughly about a week's notice. If it's less than that, depending on the week, I might be able to work with it, but just call me, let me know, and however we can help, we're happy to do so. But yeah, that was, great question. So that covers the storage portion of of the moves. The other thing that we do a lot is local moves. Whether you're talking about, again, somebody moving from an apartment to an apartment on the same floor of the same building, or if you're talking about going from here up to St. George, or down to Kingman, Arizona, or out to Pahrump, or out to Boulder City. We cover all of those areas. We have a nice, big network. And again, we show up with one of our beautiful 26-foot box trucks. We load everything up, we'll take it out, and then we will unload it in the same day. We regularly go to all of the areas that I mentioned, and we, again, just go out, unload, and then come right back.
You're just Nevada.
Say again?
You're just Las Vegas and surrounding areas.
So, but again, we do go as far as Cedar City, up into Utah, and then down into Arizona, we go as far as Kingman.
You mean for same day you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Typically, we like to, depending how big the house is and how much furniture and stuff that they have, we might give them 2 days. We'll come, load everything in the truck, excuse me, take it back to our warehouse, leave it overnight, and then drive out the next morning.
Got it.
So in the event somebody wants to declutter, they're getting ready to sell, they know they're gonna end up filling a full truck, but they don't need a full truck right away. Will they still get a full-size truck, load it with what they wanna clear out, and then you just bring that same cage back when they're ready to pull the rest of it?
Excuse me, yes. So we have two different size cages. We have the 15 feet long ones, and then we have the 8-footers. We typically don't recommend the 8-footers because you can't fit as much into them, and it's better to have a little bit more room than not enough. But yes.
So when you go nationwide, do you outsource that shipping then? So if somebody's moving from here to Florida, would you be outsourcing that, brokering it out to someone else?
So the labor, no. The driving, yes. We work with semi-truck drivers. They come to our warehouse, we load our containers in the back of their truck, and then they drive it out. And we can fit up to 3 containers per semi-truck. So let's say you have a client that only has 1 container. We work on making sure that, excuse me.
Wow.
I know, right?
Happens to be all the
Yeah.
time.
See, if that was vodka, you wouldn't be having that problem right now.
Thanks for saying that right as I took a sip. So yeah, so if you have a client that only has 1 container, we put it in the back of the semi-truck, and then they, on their way, will pick up 1 or 2 others. But it leads to a great question that I get all the time, which is, how long does it take to get from here to wherever for the long distance moves? It takes us about 8 to 10 business days for it to get from here to there. Some clients really like that because it means they don't have to race to beat the truck to where they're going. And then it gives them a little bit of time to kind of, okay, we can relax, enjoy the trip a little bit. Others want it the same day. So it just depends. But yes, so for the driving, we do outsource that.
So in your concept, when you're billing something out for like a long haul, you're charging the customer per bin and number of bins, or are you going on fleet?
Great question. It's just the number of our containers,
Okay.
or bins to use.
So I can pack all my gold bullion cubes in there.
Yeah, of course. So
You leaving from Fort Knox? What happened?
I'm gonna go with
That's where all the missing
Elon.
gold is.
Yeah, exactly right.
right, found all the missing point. So it's not based on weight.
Okay.
Our containers are made of actual steel. They're very strong. They actually, let me get down here. Comparing us to pods, because that's what everybody likes to, yes, the evil empire, yes. So comparing us to pods can only hold about 4,000 to 4,500 per container. Ours hold about 5,500. So yeah, so it doesn't matter the weight. The other thing to consider too is that they only have a 1.5-star Yelp rating. I've had that in my presentation so long that I actually had to verify it again yesterday, and I was shocked to see that they still only have
It's
that.
lower. No.
Yeah, right, it might be, yeah. We have a 4.5-star Yelp review rating, and we strive to be of service. That's the name of the game. You want to be of service to your clients, to be amazing, and to make sure that they feel easy and comfortable with you throughout the entire process. We feel that stress. We want to do the same thing for them. Jumping back just a little bit. So for our long distance moves, we can go anywhere in the 48 continental United States. We cannot go to Hawaii or Alaska. So if you call me saying that I said that, I will have to say that I did not. But I'm heavily pushing for a Zippy Shell in Hawaii, so I'm going to start to move out there. Start to work on my tank. So anywhere your clients need to go, we can go. We are also opening up 2 locations, one in Tampa, Florida, and one in Raleigh, North Carolina. This is a picture of me and all of the team outside of our new facility in North Las Vegas. Again, just want you to guys see how many of us there are. I believe that we have about 20 movers and drivers at this point in time. As we start to kick into the springtime and get more towards summer, we're going to start to hire more. But we do stay very busy. I don't know if there's any commercial real estate agents in here. I believe you're all busy. So we actually work with several businesses all around town. We work with KB Homes. We work with Resorts World Hotel and Casino. We work with the Fountain Blue, as well as several other businesses, and we're always looking to find new businesses that we can help and expand. We're currently talking to several restoration companies and trying to move into that market. So just food for thought. It's not just B2C for us, it's B2B as well.
Well, like what Alex was saying about decluttering a house, especially for a listing agent. Because a lot of times they're like, well, where do we put it?
Yeah.
What should we do with it? Well, we got a great deal now.
I have a listing coming up that's just that.
It's very
They wanna-
cluttered.
I kindly told them, they ignored you, your house will sell better if it's empty, and they have so much. And they're gonna live in the RV on the side of the house.
Really?
And I said, well, maybe, I'm gonna tell them.
They're gonna do that
Maybe
while
they'll
they're
just
showing
store it
off.
for you,
Yeah.
cause they're moving out of
Now,
state.
can you put it in there and take it right to the dump, or do you got to leave it?
So,
How does that work?
so great question. And we've done that before, and we do offer a trash removal fee that's based on the amount of
Okay,
trash that we are removing.
right. One man's trash, another man's treasure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Ray, did you say how much per box for storage per month, say?
Yes, so it's $209 per container per month, again, including, and then added onto the $149 delivery fee to bring it to them initially, and then we charge another $149 delivery fee when we bring it to them back out of storage. But again, being agents with Realty One, you guys get you and your customers will get a 10% off storage price.
Do you transport vehicles or anything in there, motorcycles or vehicles or anything?
Great question. So we do work with a third party to transport vehicles all across the country. They're great. We have a great relationship with them. We've worked with them for years.
So you have it all, you don't have, we just call you and you.
One call, that's all.
We don't, yep.
That's trademark, by the way. I didn't say that.
That's someone else's line.
I didn't say it, but yes,
All
100%.
right, is there a minimum, cost for a trash removal fee, you know, like a hauling and stuff?
So we just changed our trash prices, and I haven't quite memorized them yet. I apologize, but I can find out anything.
Okay. Is it in your website, maybe?
I believe so, because we've gone through a bit of an overhaul lately where they're kind of updating everything. I believe that it is on the website.
I'll text you.
Yeah, I was just about to say, you have my number, yeah, so just text me. Okay. So here is a picture of our warehouse. Again, sparkling clean, so clean you could get off the floors, not that you would want to, but it always helps because anytime you have a customer that goes into storage, 9 times out of 10, they want to come and get something out of the unit. So, and this isn't a problem at all. We do what we call staging, where we set their unit down in the front of our warehouse, and make it easy for them to go through it. The other part about this, like I mentioned earlier, we do put a lock on all of our cages when they go into storage, and we give the key to the customer. So they're the only ones with the key the entire time they're in storage. As a safeguard to say that when they come back out and the lock wasn't tampered with, it just shows them that their stuff was untouched the entire time. Ready to cover pods, the evil empire. So again, so just going back, you guys all have a flyer in front of you for a 10% off, as well as, it just covers all of our services. And we do have packing services available as well.
Do you have packing supplies?
Yes. Yes,
Good.
from mattress bags to wardrobe boxes to medium, small, large, whatever your customer needs, we have.
Perfect. Any other questions, you guys?
Is that 10% towards supplies also?
No, it's just to the store. Great question.
Cool.
And then, I had a video, but I don't think that it made it.
No, I tried to get it,
Yeah.
couldn't get it to come up.
Because, well, yeah, I'll make sure that it gets.
That was the one with the guy, the scruffy looking guy.
Yes, yes. But it was great, because it showed the new warehouse and
Right.
everything, so.
Yeah, I tried to open it up and it wouldn't let me open it up, so, cool. Any other questions? Great job, you guys, appreciate it. You guys have got some great questions today for everyone. Good job, thanks, Ray. Appreciate it. All right. Let me go back to where I was at. So, I don't know what's been going on. I said this, I guess I'll just say it. Does anybody ever see the Friday follow-up that I do every Friday?
Yes.
Okay, so I talked about it, I think before I went last week. My Australian client's in town from Australia, so he's been here, that's why I took off Thursday and Friday. Anyways, I'm not sure what's going on, but it's happening more and more and more. First, there's a couple weird ones, hey, okay, got caught up. The dates of the BBRA and the date of the purchase agreement are completely backwards. Okay, duties owed, BBRA need to be signed first, and then the RPA. Okay, when it goes the other way, where the RPA, then the BBRA and the duties owed, if the division gets a hold of that, they're gonna have a, you know what. And I don't know what's been going on. At first there was a couple, and like, it's like almost every day now, 3 people, 4 people. I'm like, is it in the water? What the hell is going on? So please, and I'm talking to you guys, you're not doing it. It's not you guys. But I just want to remind you, because nobody in this room had getting it, well, we got to make sure we're taking care of that. It's just, I can't believe what's going on. Because then what happens, by the way, 1 second.
Okay.
They say, the agent will call me and say, Jeff, can you just waive it? Okay, yeah, I guess I could probably waive it. Just because I waive it, doesn't mean the division waives it. Okay? The division comes down and goes, why'd you waive it? Well, it was something to do, it was fine that day. I just felt like giving up, I don't want to mess with it anymore. Okay, good, we're gonna go to the agent, we're gonna find it. So just because I waive stuff, doesn't mean they're getting it go. Please.
Just a real quick question. So I had a listing agreement, sent the duties owed, the wife signed it, but the husband took 3 days, so the listing agreement was signed afterwards. However, I have duties owed because I've worked with them for 2 years. Should I just upload one of the old duties owed? Because I make them re-sign one for every.
Yeah, and you don't, the duty owed don't really expire, so yeah, you can all upload one of the old ones. They just wanna make sure you guys, because the whole idea of the duties owed is that I explained to you what the duties are, and then we went, look at a property, so that's really the biggest reason. So we just wanna make sure that, I just want, because like I said, I was like, okay, one, that's funny, hey, I talked to the agent, hey, what's going on, and then another one, I'm like, so anyways, here I'm talking to the choir, because it's not any of you guys in here.
See, that doesn't happen at the Southwest.
All bullshit. I'm calling Mark. Hey, get your shit, get out. If anybody sees him, kick his chair, okay?
I like the Northwest better, you guys are better, so let's just.
Okay, what else,
Mobile homes.
We did that. Okay, so on Thursday at 12 o'clock, staff will be out of the office this coming Thursday. So if you're getting a check, please make sure you get prepared for that. We're doing our awards banquet on that day. The girls will be out of the office tomorrow from about 9 to probably 10. I'm getting supplies for it. I'm teaching Rev Up tomorrow at 9 o'clock to 11 on how to work with a buyer to get your offer accepted. So I'll be doing that. And the next week, we haven't announced it, but I've got something that I've used to teach, and I think I'm gonna bring it back. It's just a real simple deal. I think it'll be fun. It just talks about how to get business, where business comes from, and a great way of doing it. So we'll talk about that. Any other questions?
Can you touch on
Which one is that?
the mobile home?
Oh, I didn't have it on my screen, and Katie said, if not on your screen, talk about it. All right, we cannot sell mobile homes if they're not real property. You need a special mobile home license to sell a mobile home. Does anybody know that? Yeah, that's it. I didn't know that.
But list and my side?
Yes, you can, you cannot do either side unless it has been converted to real property. So guys, it's basically a trailer. I'm sorry, it's basically a car title. And you have to have a special license, and thank God the division brought that to our attention. Hey, by the way, this might not have much fun as you guys think. So it has to be converted to real property, please.
And title doesn't look for it either.
No.
Sometimes title is.
No, yeah, you won't be able to find it, because like I said, it is a car title. And guys, it's not the end of the world, so if you're gonna find somebody, just say, make sure you convert it, because now it's more valuable, because it has been converted to real property. So they're doing themselves a disservice. Now, back several years ago, it was about $3,000. I don't know what it costs today. Probably $4 or $5 grand, I don't know.
And there's a website where you can verify, you put the.
Yes, it's right here on here.
Oh, okay.
It's right here on here as well.
Just tell you
Yeah,
that's-
you have to tell you if it's been converted or not.
Do you know what it takes to get a license, or what, like?
I
how
don't,
start with
that's a great
that?
question.
But.
That's a great question. I don't even know. I would think because we're all realtors, it shouldn't be that difficult. I don't know. I've never, I have no idea. Yeah, absolutely. I have no idea, you guys, what it is. But just to make sure, and listen, the end and short is really, it's just, the wheels have to be taken off. It has to be, it can't have flexible tube to the plumbing. It can't have flexible to the wire, to the electrical panel. It's gotta be hardwired. So it's not a bunch of crazy stuff, but I mean, it's more valuable because basically, if you're not, you're just selling the land and the trailer's coming with
They'll
it.
probably get a lot more than what they put into it to convert it.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes, so-
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Thank you for that, Allison. I think it was money, it was one more. Yeah, wheels have to be off. Let's see here. Closing packages. Okay, that's compliance. Closing packages received, they're ready before 10 a.m. on Thursday. Okay, that's just saying, make sure if you're gonna get a check or you need something, again, tomorrow, 9 to 10, and then Thursday from 12, the rest of the day, till 5 o'clock. All right, everybody, thank you. That's it, appreciate you guys coming. I appreciate you guys engaging this year, I really do. Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Thank you, Ray, appreciate it. Absolutely, good job, good
Show
job.
of hands, who's gonna hang out?
Peter.
Ray.
Hang out, hang out, hang out.
This for a second.
Hey, we don't want the Southwest guy here.
Mount a Mercury mount.
Yeah, they, never worry.
I will put no rush at all because I'm not trying to get rid of it.
Yeah,
wondering
Northwest.
if it's even worth going that route. I've got an idea of what it costs. I transfer here.
Right.
And I transfer two bids.
We went back and
I've been
forth.
there, seen it done.
And he answered everything.
It was right after
We were doing
COVID.
something.
So, well, excuse me, 9/11.
Was it last
And
night? Email back and forth.
just stuff like I couldn't. We tried driving cross country. I got as far as Mississippi River. What was it? The transmission on one truck was like, I couldn't get into third gear. I'm doing 46 on the highway. Oh, it is. Oh. No, do you have kids? Yeah. Well, when you have kids and you're training them, you don't want to break whatever cycle.
Well, like I said, we'll talk about that. Figure it out. I don't know when you guys.
We've got a 3-year-old. And it's like, he's got and she's driving behind me in one truck, I'm driving.
There's coffee over here too,
We're on
KJ.
the phone,
Free
we're on
coffee.
walkie-talkies, the whole nine. And, okay, he's gotta stop, what's going? He's gotta go. I haven't seen anything in a month. It's like, I didn't even see cows. Open up both doors. Josh, sit down. No, this is a great spot, you go right here. I wasn't gonna break the cycle of the train.
Yeah.
No, it was fun, it was a fucked up trip. The long story short is, so I've done this stuff, I've done all of it. I've got my own. I got some scary shit.
Yeah. And I've only been a real estate agent long enough to have seen certain.
Oh, yeah, she's doing, I think I'm 15 or 16. Time gets ugly. But, no, if you can, give me a try on that. I've got a potential buyer for the here.
Okay.
But it happened from that. I left him a couple days ago. I had a hard time. He doesn't want the truck, he wants the engine. But I figured literally, if the kid, it's my son's out there, if he bothers to take the engine out and ship it, the labor to take it out offsets the price difference in the weight, as far as that weight,
Yeah.
in terms of moving.
Yeah. And I've definitely seen people put car trucks in.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it. Okay. We'll find out. Give me a shot.
I will.
Very good.
Peter, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
So if you, I'm park it, load it, or you guys load it, whatever the deal is, and then you just deliver it to the other for unloading. What's the rate of extra charge? And it depends on how much furniture I can fit into it, whatever fits in there, right?
Yeah. So it's that 209 source price, but if you're trying to go from one to the other on the same day.
Same day, or you know, what day is 200 or whatever it is.
So if you were doing the same day, I would